Lizzie?
For hydro, why did the animals, why did they die?
Because the dams block like their route to get back to the place where like their original home, like where they were born. So that's why.
For wind energy, you talk about how wind's good because it can power cities, but why would a city want wind energy when it's really loud and noisy?
Can you re-ask it? Sorry.
You talk about how wind can power very large cities, but why would you want a wind farm by a city because it's very noisy?
Yeah, like New York City, like people, it's like really loud. Like people have like sleep problems because it's so loud. So I don't think a wind turbine will affect
Not
that.
every city in New York City.
Well, true. Yeah, what if they're like cool? Wind turbines aren't as loud as like that. To produce energy.
So back to what the hydroelectric people said. Well, I have. It blocks fish migration routes, and it also blocks rivers and it floods large areas of land, like when the river starts to rise because it's raining. So, and then it blocks off food and mating grounds for local animals as well, land animals.
Okay, so hydroelectric, can you address that?
Well, a bit like from solar energy, they say like, oh, it's pollution free. But then, have you ever thought about manufacturing? When you're making solar cells, it costs like, it takes up a lot of, it requires a lot of fossil fuels. So you're technically burning more fossil fuels than solar. So you're creating more solar energy.
Wait.
The solar energy, how is solar energy good for the earth if nitrogen trifluoride and hexafluoride can indirectly cause pollution?
Cause pollution, okay. So like you're saying when the sun comes down and touches the grass, it's polluting us? Or like when the sun comes down, it's all pollution? I don't think so. No. The sun doesn't pollute, zero pollution for solar energy. I mean, making solar panels might be cause some pollution at the factories, but it's also made with the most common thing on Earth, which is silicon. So then you can make many, many, many sources.
So take the two gases that you just, where is your research saying that's coming from?
I got it from one of the Go Green sites.
Is that given off during production of the solar panels or during the use of?
During the use of.
Okay.
I would like to say that they say that silicone will have it forever, but a lot of the resources that they make will not be here forever and are running out pretty quickly. And for the people that are making the solar panels, they'll lose their jobs soon when they'll lose their jobs soon, and that's just more America for our jobs.
Alright, on wind said that like if our pipe breaks, it would like people could die or something. The geothermal, it operates 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, and the geothermal like process of fixing stuff, it's humane technology, and it's easy to understand and maintained by workers. And it provides for the U.S. economy.
Hey, Wynn, would you like to address that?
We have something to say about hydroelectric. Do we need to say that, or can we say that? Like, it doesn't have to do with geothermal.
Okay, would you like to address what he just said, though? Okay, I have a feeling Zach would like to address it.
Alright, Alexis, like you said, about the jobs, solar energy or panels doesn't really require many jobs. Like, you have the factory working and everything, but unlike hydroelectric dams, you have to have someone working there, you know, in the making sure everything's right, no tweaks or anything. But for ours, I mean, the person in the home can either call somebody, like even one person, or they could, they can, really, if they know how to, fix it themselves. Or not even fix it, just check it and clean it and everything.
Well, you say that, of course, like hydroelectric dams must have like high maintenance, like to make sure like things are like working well. But then like, when you guys install like the solar panels, it can range up to like 1,500, 15,000, and well past 40,000. And if you like, when you have to install it, you have to have a like professional installer, so you can't have like anyone like a regular like person do it. And it will cost, and after that, it's like might as well like cost up to like 100,000.
Okay, before we go on, I know you want to talk, let's take another straw vote here real quick. Okay, so panel members, please pick which one you are in support of. We have some changing votes here. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 with solar, 1 with hydro, and 2, 3 with geothermal. So there, we're changing around a little bit. Wind, you got some work to do? So with that, we'll let you guys start.
Okay, awesome. Hydroelectric, people have been doing that, it's very expensive to buy their houses, it's like $2 million, so that's not money.
One, they get the money back, and when people say they flood areas, they prevent flooding because they take water from adjoining rivers and they use it and turn it into energy.
But just to like buy their house, that's like one of our,
They get the money back. Wouldn't you like to be offered $2 million for your house?
but that's how much our one burn. Yeah.
That money goes to the people, not to the people who make it.
Allie?
Yeah, it takes decades for yours to make profit. Ours pays off like really fast, yours does not.
Okay, we're looking at about 10 minutes left to go. So real quick, panel members, do any of you have any additional questions you would like to ask? Okay, Courtney?
Okay, for solar, how durable are your solar panels?
Well, durable, do you mean like how long do they last? Well, we talked about this when we talked about solar in our thing. It said, yeah, it costs like thousands of dollars, but I mean, well, like about 6,000, in that range. But it lasts about 30 years, and that's a long time considering the fact that it doesn't break very easily. Like you can just go up and clean it off yourself, to get like all the debris or anything if you had like a storm off. And it's made with a really like bulletproof glass. So if it hits, then like Mr. Ross said this, if like a tree, twig, or stump hits it, then it will likely not break.
Tyler, you have your hand up there.
Facebook geothermal, how much money you guys by working at geothermal energy in 1 month?
How much money would they save or earn? Okay.
Well, we don't have one for 1 month, but right here it says that we've contributed almost $85 billion to the U.S. economy over the past 30 years.
So my question for you was, would geothermal energy, what energy sources would it be able to supply? Would it be able to supply all the electricity, the heating, the cooling? What do I get from geothermal?
In one state, it can cover over, in one state it can cover over 2 million houses.
Okay. And is that electricity, heating, cooling? Or, okay, so. Yeah.
How many wind turbines are broke? There actually hasn't been a large amount of wind turbines that have broke because they'll turn off during big storms, so it will save the people's money. So
was like lightning, and a lightning struck one of your panels, what would happen?
Well, lightning's hot, so it could generate power to the solar panel. Like I said, bulletproof glass, it's not gonna break easily, but it could try. Actually, I don't know.
For wind energy is also a threat to wildlife. It kills about 100,000 to 440,000 birds and bats per year.
Okay, no, ours may kill that many animals, but I mean, technically, yours is preventing, the process of creating baby fish. So yours is actually killing creatures and maybe making them die off. Generations of creatures.
With wind energy, there can be, when they said that it shuts off when there's high wind, that means that there cannot be more electricity made, and then that would actually cost more for the battery to work.
It wouldn't cost as much as it would if the wind turbine broke. Because if it broke, you'd have to replace it and that'd be more.
But even if it shuts off, isn't it possible that the wind can still turn the turbine to make it fast still? To break. So it turns off the fast wind.
Like,
So let's say the wind kicks up to 70 miles an hour, it turns off after 60, as you said. Okay? Kicks up to 70, and there's still wind. Is the wind itself going to be able to move it, or is there something else
no,
there?
because it blocks.
Miranda, you're shaking your head. Can you explain it?
Oh, I have, please, please.
Hydra?
There have been 168 fires caused by wind turbines, and the youngest person killed was 3 years old, and the oldest person killed was 85 years old.
Okay, fire.
All right. So we are looking at about 4 minutes left. So panel members, do you have any other questions? Tyler?
This for sure. How much energy to light up a whole school?
Well, we said, sorry.
Well, it depends on the size of the school. Like we said, it's 1 watt per square foot. 1 watt per square foot, and so yeah, let's say it's 60. I don't know how many 60 square feet big. Let's say it's a 200 square feet. So that, okay, 200 square feet. It's 200 watts of energy for solar.
As I remember from websites and in class, solar panels only receive like around 70 to 20%, while hydropowers, like their turbines, receive 90% of the that turn into electricity.
Could you state your website, please?
Altenergy.org.
Alright, yeah, we're talking about energy, but I can just easily go back to, is it safe, is it, like, ours doesn't break down that easily, but yours could break down. Like, maybe like a bomb could just come out of nowhere and just blow it up.
All right, so geothermal, this will be our last statement of the day.
Alright,
Make it good.
let's not forget the whole thing at hand here is how much energy and which produces the most energy. When yours says like 1 square foot produces, I forget how many
1 watt per square foot.
In 1 hour, a simple cycle of our plant, which is like not even running that much, it's not even running at its full, produces 100 megawatts in 1 hour.
All right, so panel members, it's in your hands now. Take a minute, look over your notes. When you have your decision, please go ahead and hold up the card of the one that you believe
Can we
is
do
correct.
second place and third place?
No,
It's all Isaac.
Quit Isaac.
Put up wins. Oh!
And geothermal for this third
Wait.
straight period has
So we're
won.
second place, so second place?
Do we get candy?
There is no second.
Second place.
thank you guys very much for participating and doing this respectfully. Think we got what Mr. Ross wanted out of this.
Yeah.
Right? If you could do